Okay, so welcome to this fire element class. We're going to build some heat, build some strength. We're going to level up, so let's raise this vibration. Let's make our way into our comfortable seat. Again, we're going to build a sense of grounding by just resting the arms, lengthening the spine, shoulders roll back. Again, maybe closing or softening the gaze. Let's take a deep breath in through the nostrils first. So fill the body up with breath. And now just let the breath go, sighing it away, releasing any tension or stress. Now we'll just begin our practice by just finding our breath. Allowing that breath to flow effortlessly as we cultivate that sense of presence. Now we'll start to mobilize the body. So just starting with the cervical part of the spine, we're just going to lean our head over to the right. And then we'll half circle to the opposite shoulder. Again, just pausing here. And then in your own timing, just a half circle from shoulder to shoulder. Then we'll find the neck at neutral as we work into the shoulders. So again, maybe fingertips connecting or hands resting as we roll up and just roll away, just to our own timing. Let's reverse that flow, so going forwards. And then we'll just release the arms. We're taking them out into a T. So we're going to work internal and external rotation. So we're going to turn our right hand inward, flipping the thumb down and up. So our right arm goes into internal rotation, and then we're going to take our left hand and flip it outward, so it's an external. And then we just alternate. Again, just at your own pace. So again, just feel that contrast of internal to external rotation. And then we'll come back into our T shape. We're going to take a twist. So twisting to the right, left hand is going to connect with the right. Back hand to the base of the spine. Let's lift that spine tall. And then out breath to look over the back shoulder, keeping both the sit bones grounded. And then we'll inhale back through center, again arms reaching. Exhale to find the connection, opposite side. Breathe the spine tall again. And exhale, just feel that nice twist through the thoracic spine. And then we'll bring it back through middle. So just to stretch out the side body, we're going to take the side stretch. So left arm sweeping to the right. As we lengthen from the hip, maybe the forearm connects. So again, as much reach with the top arm, maybe even taking the gaze up. Just breathe into the side of the body here. Then we'll take an in-breath, and then we'll exhale other side. Breathe it back through center. From here, we're going to cycle into our cat and cow. So tabletop position, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And we're just going to cycle, again pressing the spine high, tucking the chin in, and then inhaling into cow. With the spine neutral, we'll tuck our toes under, and then we'll lift into our first downward facing dog. So again, just setting the hands and feet as wide as they need to be, the head in line with the arms, finding it heavy. Again, maybe feel free to add some movement by pedaling the feet. And then we'll just release the knees. We'll take our right foot forward in between the palms to set up our low lunge. So just to release the lower body, we're going to breathe, send the over ankle to come into our low lunge, and then out breath into our half split. And again, just cycling this at your own pace. From our low lunge, maybe placing the right hand on top of right thigh, maybe even stretching the arm. We're just going to take a twist, again, just looking up towards the sun. And then we'll frame the front foot, stepping both feet together to find forward fold. So feel free here to maybe ragdoll, maybe holding opposite elbows or forearms, or just in allowing the fingertips to dangle as we release the lower back. Pick it back into our low lunge, so right leg back, driving left knee, and then cycling through the half split. And then from that low lunge, we'll twist to the left, so maybe left hand on thigh or left hand reaching up. Again, just finding that nice twist through the thoracic part of the spine. And then from that low lunge, we'll step our right leg forward to find our forward fold. We'll slowly roll up through the spine to come into our mountain pose. So let's begin with our round of sun salutation. We'll do 2 rounds and then we'll go into our fire salutation. So standing on tops of our mats, grounding through the feet, let's just start by bringing the hands into prayer in front of the heart to set our intentions for our practice. And then we'll begin. So let's inhale. We're going to circle the hands into upward salute. So connecting palms, looking towards thumbs. And exhale to forward fold. We'll inhale into a flat back. And then exhale to step or jump into our chaturanga position. Inhale, we'll roll over the toes to come into our upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. So we're going to lift the right leg up through our 3-legged dog, big stretch, pointing through toes, and then bending at the knees to stack the hips. We'll take our lunge, so right foot in between palms, again knee over ankle, and exhale to forward fold, top of the mat. Let's alternate sides. So again, we'll sweep the energy up into upward salute, arms reaching overhead, and exhale to forward fold, closing the body. We'll inhale flat back, drawing the heart out, and exhale to step or jump into your chaturanga, elbows in, again halfway or chest down, rolling over the toes into upward facing dog, and exhale into downward facing dog. So this time lifting left leg, reaching, pointing through toe. Exhale to bend at the knee to stack the hips. We'll take an in-breath to send the left foot in between the palms, knee over ankle, setting up the lunge. And exhale to forward fold, top of the mat, closing the body. So last round here, big breath, rise with the breath, upward salute. Looking towards thumbs, exhale, forward folding, releasing the crown. In breath, flat back, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, step or jump into the chaturanga. Build strength, so brace the abs here. In breath, upward facing dog, head back, lengthen out the spine. And exhale, downward facing dog, sending the tailbone high. We'll extend right leg up for 3-legged dog. Exhale to bend at the knee to find scorpion. Inhale lunge, so right foot in between palms, helping it to the top. And out breath, forward fold, top of the mat. So root to rise, big in breath, let's energize, reach up for the sun. Connecting palms. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. So now lifting left leg high to the sky, we point through the toe. And then exhale to bend at the knee to stack hips. We'll send the left foot in between the palms, again to set up low lunge. And exhale to forward fold, top of the mat, closing the body. We'll take an inhale to come into our upward salute, looking towards thumbs. And then we'll just bring the arms by the side. So from our sun salutations, we're going to set up the Hatha Yoga Fire Salutation. So one big round here. So grounding through the feet, we're going to find Utkatasana, chair pose. So we bend our knees, draw the arms up, so arms in line with ears. Now maybe lifting the heels, maybe lowering the hips. Now we're going to find Kala Mudra. So we're going to draw the arms in line with shoulders, interlacing all the fingers except for the indexes. We're going to take an in-breath and exhale to point, rounding through the center. We'll take 2 more. So inhalation, exhalation to point. 1 more, breath in, exhale, send the energy forward. From here, we'll take a breath in and exhale to forward fold. So maybe Kala Mudra at the back, or interlacing fingers to draw the arms up and over to release the shoulders. Releasing Kala Mudra will bind or lengthen into a flat back. And then we'll exhale, we'll step it back into our plank position. So shoulders over wrists, pressing through palms. We'll take an in-breath here, exhale Chaturanga, elbows in, inhale rise. 2 more, out breath, elbows in, inhale, bring it back up. 1 more, exhaling, halfway or chest down, inhale, push it up. Now we'll find puppy pose. So we're going to release knees tabletop position, knee in line with hips, stretching the arms forward, even to bring the forehead or chin and chest down. So just a quick commercial break, just releasing the shoulders. Then coming into back bending, we're going to find our locust pose, Shalabhasana. So draw the heart forward to top of the mat, squeeze the legs, so lift the thighs, lift the chest, maybe Kala Mudra at the back, so power through the back body. Then hands in line with the shoulders, we inhale into upward facing dog, head back, and exhale into downward facing dog. Now lifting the right leg up through our 3-legged dog, so press through the palms, big reach of that right leg. And on the out breath, we'll find a high crescent lunge. So send the right foot in between the palms, helping to the top. We draw the arms into high crescent lunge. Now finding our Kala Mudra, we're going to do 3 rounds again. So we interlace all fingers except for indexes. We inhale here and exhale. We circle through the heart to point forward. 2 more. Breathe in, exhale, point. Last one, inhalation, exhalation, energy forward. Very good. We'll frame that front foot. We'll step it back into plank. So inhale here, exhale, Chaturanga, racing. Inhale, push it back up. 2 more. Out breath, control the descent. Inhale, energize up. Last one, out breath, Chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Releasing knees tabletop, knees in line with hips. Find the puppy pose, forehead or chin and chest. We melt the heart. Now into locust, heart forward. Again, maybe Kala Mudra at the back. Lift the chest, lift the thighs. So back body's engaged. Then hands in line with shoulders. We're going to inhale, push up, upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Alternating sides, left leg reaches tall. On the out breath, high crescent lunge. So left foot in between palms, draw the arms overhead, and then we'll find our Kala Mudra other side. So again, interlacing all fingers except for indexes. In breath, exhale, point. Breathe in, exhale, energy forward. 1 more. Very good. And then we'll frame that front foot and we'll step it back into our downward facing dog. We're going to transfer into our dolphin pose. So we're going to release knees, bending our elbows so the forearms are planted into the mat. We're going to extend the legs and then walk the feet in so the tailbone is lifted and the heels are lifted, and we generate energy through the forearms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to transition back into our elbow plank. So we're going to walk the feet back out again to come into that long line, and we're going to find a side elbow plank. So we're going to pivot the left elbow inward, maybe stacking knees or stacking legs. With that top arm reaching up, top leg is going to come in line with hip, and we're going to find 5 pulses. So you're going to lift up and pulse for 5. So top leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Leg in line with hip. We transfer back into our forearm plank. Again, creating that strong line. And again, we're holding this for 5, 4. So energy through forearms. 3. Strong core. 2. And 1. We'll walk it back into our dolphin pose. And again, we want to feel that roundiness of the back. We're stabilizing the shoulders here. Okay, so keep the energy through the forearms as we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll walk it back out into our elbow plank. Again, create that long line, stabilizing through those forearms, and then we'll pivot onto our right elbow. Left arm reaching tall. We'll bring the leg in line with hip as we find our pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll recenter back into our forearm plank. We'll release the knees. We'll release the chest down. We'll take a big in breath to find our upward facing dog. Big out breath, downward facing dog. So let's bring the awareness now into the legs and the arms. So right leg lifts for 3-legged dog. Exhale to bend at the knee again to find the scorpion. Now to transition into our warrior 1. So the right foot in between palms. We're going to pivot the back foot. Arms reach overhead. And we'll take an out breath to open the arms out into warrior 2. So have that right knee going out to the right. So the front leg is in external rotation. And the back leg, we're going to spiral it inward for internal rotation. So long reach of the arms. You may want to take your left hand to wrap it behind the back, or maybe the hand into the right thigh as we gaze over the fingertips. So holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now releasing the bind if you have it. Straight arms. We're going to straighten our right leg to find Trikonasana triangle pose. So we want to keep the hips square as we lengthen over the right leg. Taking the fold, maybe peace fingers to big toes. We're gazing up towards the top thumb. So hand in line with the shoulders. So keep expanding through the lower body. Again, holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll exit out of our Trikonasana. Again, setting back into our warrior 2. And then we'll just turn the right foot inward. We'll pivot the left foot outward. And then we'll bend healthily into the left knee. Take it out to the left to find our warrior 2 on the other side. So again, long reach of the arms, but again, if you want to take the right hand behind the back, maybe right hand to left thigh, and we're gazing over the fingertips. So strong through the lower body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll release that bind. Straightening left leg. So again, keeping everything square from the hips. We're going to lean. We'll fold and then use the out breath to twist to look towards that top thumb. And again, we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, reversing back into our warrior 2, and then we'll step to the top of our mats, big reach into upward salute, and exhale back into our chair. Holding this for 5, 4, maybe heels lifted, maybe lowering, 3, 2, and 1. We'll release the hands, and we're going to release hands behind sit bones to find Navasana boat pose. So maybe having knees bent with toes touching earth, maybe knees at 90, or taking legs straight up. We reach in between the legs. We want to lift the chest, looking towards toes. Energize through the middle, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now here comes the fun part. We're going to reach the arms up overhead. We're going to lower the legs to come into our extended boat. So energizing through the middle. Again, keep the energy locked in through that core. Now we're going to roll over to our right. Again, keeping that extended boat position. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep the energy locked in. We're going to come back into our extended boat. Take a breath in and exhale back into Navasana, reaching in between the legs. And again, we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Coming back into our extended boat. Keep it all locked in, keep everything engaged, and then we'll roll over to our left. Lifting arms, lifting legs. Deep breaths into the heart. 3, 2, and 1. We'll roll back through center. Breath in and exhale back into Navasana. Again, holding for 5, 4, 12. Don't think about it. 36, 24, 11, 6, 2, and 1. Very good. And we'll release the legs to come into our straddle pose. So we're going to take the legs out wide across the mat. We're going to roll the thighs outward into external rotation. We're going to ground the heels, maybe pointing or flexing the toes. So we're going to generate energy through the center to build strength through quads. We're going to place our left hand in between our legs, back hand to the base of the spine. We're going to lift our right leg up. So we're going to generate energy through quads. So we lift up for 1, lower, 2, lower, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower. Very good. We'll alternate sides. So now right hand in between, back hand for 5, 4, 3, energy, 2, and 1, holding for 5, 4, 8, 28, and 1. We'll lower. Placing both hands in the center for equilibrium and balance. We're going to lift both legs. So big energy through quads and solar plex for 5, 4, 3, 2, and holding for 27, 24, 23, 8, and we lower it back down. Very good. After all that hard work, we'll draw the legs to the top of the mat. And now just to release the hip flexors, we're going to come onto our fronts into a prone position. So slowly releasing the chest onto the earth, we're going to find our half Bakasana frog pose. So this is a great one for the quads, the hip flexors, but it's also a subtle back bend. So we're going to place our left forearm parallel to the top of our mats. We're going to bend our right knee. Now the right hand is going to draw the leg down so we get that quad stretch. Again, we're going to try to lift the chest and keep everything square. So again, apply as much pressure as you need, but some of you may want to actually take the thumb inside the big toe to flip the grip. So flipping the elbow up with fingers in line with the toes, and again, just apply as much pressure as you need to, and again, sending that out breath into the sensations. Slowly unravel and release. We'll bring hands in line with shoulders. We'll take an upward facing dog and an out breath into downward facing dog. We'll shift the weight forward into our plank. We'll take an out breath into chaturanga, so hold the chaturanga, and then we'll undrop the body into the earth. So now right forearm is parallel, left hand to left foot, maybe taking that quad stretch, lifting the chest, or to find the full expression of half Bakasana is to flip the elbow up. So again, hand in line with toes. Again, just soften at the jaw, soften at the eyes. Big breaths into the sensations. And then we'll release. Well done. So hands in line with shoulders again. We'll take that upward facing dog. A big out breath to find that downward facing dog. So fire element's always about twisting, so we'll take the left hand for our three-legged dog twist, maybe to the ankle, looking underneath the right armpit, or maybe taking the left hand anywhere to the top of the thigh. And then coming back into our downward facing dog, we're gonna come into a three-legged dog with the right leg lifting, maybe staying here with the scorpion, or if you want to take the wild thing, then take the right leg up and over, left hand reaching laterally across the body as we find that nice side stretch. Coming back into our three-legged dog if you're not already there, and we'll out breath back into our downward facing dog. So we'll just alternate sides. So now the right hand reaching maybe for the left ankle or top of leg. We'll look underneath that left armpit. Come back to our downward facing dog as we find the wild thing. So our left leg will rise. We'll exhale to find the scorpion, maybe staying here or allowing that left foot to connect with the earth as we reach and expand the body. Into our three-legged dog if you're not already there, and then we'll all settle back into our downward facing dog. Again, we'll cycle back into our plank. We'll find our last chaturanga of the practice, and then untucking toes, we're going to find a nice back bend. So Sphinx pose, bending our elbows, we're going to lift the chest, pressing the tops of the feet. Or if you want to find a seal pose, extending the arms. Again, feel free if you want to take some movement through the neck. Half circling, twisting, looking up or down. So we're just bringing the energy down now, preparing for Shavasana after all of your hard work. Again, just feel that breath travel up and down the spine, feeling the freedom of the spine. And then we'll just unpeel back, and we'll take it back into a child's pose. Again, maybe knees together or knees out wide. Again, just ground your energy, feel the spine lengthen and unravel. Feeling the upper back broaden, allowing the breath to settle. We'll slowly rise, and we'll just segue now onto our back. So we're going to ground the energy with Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. So just give yourself time now just to allow the spine to reset and dissolve into the earth. And then from here, we'll just bring the soles of the feet together, so knees out wide. You may want to take one hand to the chest and abdomen, maybe reaching the hands overhead, or maybe holding either opposite elbows, forearms or wrists. So we're just taking it out of the shoulders, out of the hips. We just dissolve the body into the earth and surrender. Slowly draw the knees back together, and then maybe just giving yourself a hug, maybe taking motion through hip circling, maybe happy baby, outer edges or inner edges of the feet. So again, just take what you need just to release the back, release the legs, finding expansiveness through the hamstrings, motion or stillness. And then once you're ready, just taking all the time you need before finding Shavasana, allowing the palms to face up, the feet to roll out, finding no weight in the body as you travel inward, allowing the breath to lead the way.